Well, we are back. I swear I said just a couple days ago that I wanted no more of those games like that Utah one. But here we are back again tonight, which is another very stressful game that did not need to be as stressful as it was. Fortunately for us, once again, we do end up taking on the win, but we'll get into what happened in the game. First, I just want to touch a little bit about what happened the previous night. This was the second end of a back-to-back. So yeah, about last night, like that pretty much sums it up. My phone just fell off my desk for some reason. But yeah, like my phone, the Magic just fell off in the second half of last night's game and completely just collapsed offensively and shockingly even defensively too. I mean, like, we gave up a lot of points and we just could not keep up. We kept leaving shooters wide open, specifically Cam Johnson. I don't know why out of anyone on that court, he was continuously the one left wide open. And along with that, like, Dinwiddie just became like the ultimate like contested shot maker ever. Yeah, just nothing went in our way last night. The bench unit did step up surprisingly well, more specifically Joe, who had an amazing first half and then didn't take a shot to second half, and then Mo Wagner, who continues just to be like all around just good, like on offense, like impactful. I will say I did like what I saw from Paolo's three ball. It's all around looked more comfortable in these last couple games, but like last night he was literally just like no hesitation, is letting it fly at times, and he was able to see it drop. I believe he had 4 last night and even saw 2 drop tonight, so hopefully that continues to be, you know, the direction it's going in. I don't expect him to shoot like 50% plus every game, but I believe at the time of filming this, and obviously he shot 50% tonight, so it didn't go down. I think he's like leading our team in 3-point percentage right now, so definitely a plot twist, but I'm not sure if I'm like okay with that or not. I feel like we should have guys that are higher than him for sure. But no, I definitely won't complain about him shooting 38% plus whatever he's at right now from 3. Like, from what we saw last year, even though he only ended at like 29%, if he's able to make like a 9% jump, then that is huge. Now, to jump back into today's game, we won, but this isn't a good win. A win is a win, but obviously it doesn't come in the prettiest ways at some points. We had, I believe, a 19-point lead in this game, and like that like late third quarter, fourth quarter on was just not it. Now, if you notice, I did say late third quarter because the Magic have not been great in third quarters this season, but this third quarter we actually opened it up with like a 12-0 run, and then just from there on it just like continued to continuously go down and down, and like in the last 5 minutes, like it gets very ugly for Magic basketball in like the last 5 minutes of the game. If you notice, a lot of our wins do seem to need to come with like pretty comfortable size leads going into a fourth, and that's an issue, and it's gonna come and bite us eventually. And not even eventually, we've already seen it before. And then we got lucky that we had Paolo on our team because he came out big time. I believe like 8 points in the clutch, and like Levine, he was also kind of struggling the entire game up until the end, ending with 17, 9, and 3, but like 4 of 12 from the field. The shot was not falling. Like, he could not get close-up baskets to drop. Like I said, he did go 2 of 4 from 3, so that was consistent still. Luckily though, he was able to be sent to the line like 5 times, and he did knock down 7 from 10. So 70% tonight, not bad. Definitely room for improvement. A surprising player who really stepped up tonight, did a great job on Vucevic, was Goga Bitadze, giving us 15, 11, 2, and even 2 steals while shooting like 6 of 10 from the floor, so pretty good efficiency. And going into this game versus the Bulls especially, this is the game where I really wish we did have Wendell, so it is really cool to see, you know, Goga and Mo step up for him in his absence. The Bulls were missing DeMar DeRozan tonight, so obviously their 2 main points of offense were going to be Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic, who obviously we are very familiar with. And I think all around tonight, maybe for the last, you know, 2 minutes of the game, we did an amazing job on both those guys. 17 for Vooch and 19 for Levine. And like always, I got to give a lot of this credit like to this defense. Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black, Jonathan Isaac, absolutely great defensive games for him, especially Jonathan. Like, I don't know, this game, first of all, Jonathan Isaac, second night of a back-to-back, playing pretty decent minutes in both games. Tonight was like a special defensive performance from him. Like, I don't think he like got scored on. If you go back and watch every single minute of JR in defense, you will like see what I'm talking about. Like, this game, he was just like extra just on point. And then with that, I think Anthony Black and Jalen did a great job on Levine. Jalen did struggle pretty well offensively tonight, but at the same time, obviously his defense there, what, 3 steals tonight. He also did a sneakily good job at, playmaking tonight. And with that, he also came up with that huge hustle play at the end of the game to, poke the rebound out of Vucevic's hands and secure it for us, which probably, from what we saw, probably would have like won us the game. And then with that, we did see actually the addition of Gary Harris back again tonight, which I remember in the last video I said I didn't really know what the timetable was for him, and he popped up today saying he was able to play. We didn't hear anything last night. I think he went straight to out, but tonight he does make his return, and like, we are glad to have him back. Like, only 6 points, only made 1 of his 3 threes, but it's just the gravity that he brings that some of our other players don't have. And then with him and Joe, fully healthy back in the rotation, we were able to actually see a lineups today where we had Paolo with like Cole, Mo, Joe, and Gary, and it's like, that is Paolo with 4 shooters around him. So hopefully we continue to see variations of lineups like that where we can, surround Paolo or Franz with just shooters. And I really think that's where they're going to be their most successful. And then tonight we finally had, that bounce back game that we're looking for from Cole. Luckily, Cole does have a history of playing well versus Chicago, and coming off like a good couple game stretch of him just being not so good, he plays very well tonight, and a night where we really needed it. 16, 5, and 3 on good efficiency. He does almost foul out, but like, it was much needed tonight where nobody was really getting it going. Cole does get in and step up, and be that spark that is exactly like what we need him to be, like a spark when everyone else is just not having the game. And it showed coming in tonight, only 21 minutes, and was our second leading scorer behind Paolo. Now let's just talk about the end real quick. 2 brutal turnovers in a row for this team, and that was like when my mind went into a mode where it was like, oh shoot, like we are no longer as safe as I thought we were 5 minutes ago. And then just on top of all of that, like Levine just goes and hits like a contested like 30-foot 3. I don't know. Coming out of that timeout, I was sick to my stomach. I did like that we did see an actual sub in putting Joe Ingles in. He was the inbounder in this, which I was happy with. Paolo gets himself free and gets it dumped into him in the post. Now, at this point, I did see that he was posting up Alex Caruso, who is a notoriously good defender. Obviously, Paolo has weight and size on him, but like, we know with Jalen, like those guys can get under you and like really irritate you. But Paolo was able to, take his time. We had 7 seconds left, back him down, get to the middle, and then it looks like the defense started to, collapse on him, and he just takes, a very tough turnaround fadeaway with Caruso pretty much playing great defense on him. And it bounces around and just goes in. The sigh of relief that like went through my body, but then like I had a flashback to Sacramento last year, where they inbound the ball with like 1 second left after we tied the game, and obviously De'Aaron Fox hits like a half court to win it. Today we did not have that same mistake. We actually don't even let them get the shot off. Luckily, Jonathan Isaac was also checked into the game at this time for defensive purposes, and I don't know if like how much of an impact he had, but he was on I believe Patrick Williams, who just took too many steps to try to get too close, didn't even get the shot off. But yeah, just way too stressful. Like, doesn't need to be like this. Hopefully we can clean these things up. It was the second night of a back-to-back, and now we do play them again on Friday, but this time it's an in-season tournament game, and I believe DeMar DeRozan will be present for that game. He was out today for personal reasons, so like wasn't injury related. Maybe we will see Markelle back, who knows. I'm pretty sure Wendell still won't be back for that one, even though he is in attendance. He's traveling with the team, but I don't think he's coming back on this trip. We did hear an update though that he is back in the weight room, like working out again, so that is a good sign. So hopefully we do get an update soon in some sort of timetable on his return. But yeah, luckily Magic do take the dub tonight. We can celebrate. This could have gone 2 very different ways, but luckily we are in the celebration direction. But with that, let me guys know how you're feeling in the comments. As always, I read everything, and I just like to hear your thoughts on what you think about the team and what we've seen. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up today. If you guys did enjoy the video, feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.